So yesterday I did a video and it got taken down because I had music playing in the background, which apparently had a copyright, and I had no idea that it was that, big of a deal to have music in the background when you're talking. But it is. So I'm starting over. So I was talking about Joseph. So we talked about Mary and her great faith and obedience. So now we're going to talk about Joseph. Joseph was also visited by an angel and told to not be afraid, to marry Mary, and kind of explain this to Joseph. And so he understood that God was in the plan. God was in this plan. Didn't probably know the details. God's not going to give you all the details, right? He doesn't give you every little detail. But if you know God's in the plan and you know God, then you're like, okay, He's got this. This is what I have to do. Well, that was Joseph. So he was also a man of God. Now, he was also not poor. He came from great lineage, David, and there's proof that he was actually not a carpenter. He was a craftsman and an architect. Those words get very interchangeable, and that's why it can be a little fuzzy. There's very little wood in Israel. And what there is a lot of times was shipped in. Okay, so first of all, he worked with stone most of the time, and he carved stone. He was extremely good at it. So some of those pillars that have these ornate details. I mean, he was one of those that could do that, and he was very good with architectural design. So that was what Joseph was actually known for and what he did. He wasn't poor. He was in high demand, actually. And there was a little village outside of Nazareth that is known that he worked on the synagogue there. So it's really interesting if you know some of the background and you understand that these people were real people, and they have there is some history and background behind them. So anyway, just thought you'd want to know that little tidbit. He followed the plan. He knew that God was in the plan, and because of that, he trusted in him. Trust in God. He's in the plan. Trust his plan, not yours. In Jesus' mighty name.